Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for, wow, the show that I can't remember the name of. No, Rising of the Shield Hero. I did forget for a second. Season 3, Episode 7. I almost just said Shield Hero, which I do think I do sometimes, but then I was like trying to remember the full name, and I just tripped myself up. But anyway, yes, Episode 7, here we are. We dealt with the Ren stuff last episode. I'm really glad that seems to have concluded last episode. We don't have to worry about it now. We don't have to play this game of like, oh, Ren's a bad guy through this whole season or through multiple seasons. It's nope, we dealt with it. I wasn't a fan of the storyline in general. Like, I almost wish it wasn't in at all, right? But at least they wrapped it up quickly. So there's that. We did get some information about him like having a lot of information. Like this world is super similar to that Brave Star Online that he played, which, you know, raises questions I have about the world that they're in. Are they actually inside a game? Is it an actual like universe that exists? Like what's going on here? So who knows if we're ever gonna get those answers, but yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward to what's next, so let's just watch it, right? Alrighty, we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, we're getting close to the Phoenix. 2 months goes by fast in this show. Do they have to find Itsuki too? I think his name is the bow hero. Alright, Ren. Still with us. Nice. She's getting pretty good for a blind girl. What? I've heard that voice, yeah. Ah. Nice. He doesn't look stronger. Oh. Turning into a tiger could be really cool. Happy village life. I like how much Sign stands out. That's her name, right? Yeah. Sign lock. Aw. The pleasure of giving everyone their food. Aw. Everyone accepting him. Oh, who is that? Windia. Opening time. It's also clean my glasses time. I decided I wanted to... I noticed that they were a little dirty before I started recording, I'll be honest, and I was like, you know what? Let's do it during the opening. I don't need to watch things here. I just realized we saw Itsuki in the real world in the opening, but we watched the backstory of, like, Ren and his stuff, so I wonder if we're gonna get the backstory of Itsuki, too. I believe this is only another 12 episode season too, so gee, we're already on 7. Feels like we just started this. 12 episodes are so short. Sometimes I get so used to the longer ones. Alright. The Girl and the Dragon. We had an evil dragon. But is there nice ones? The one that is now a Naofumi shield and says, anger, wrath, do my bidding. Yes, embrace it. Embrace the anger. Who might you be? Ratatiel and Thea. Rat. I'm just gonna write down rat. No. I'll have to get the full name after the episode, after I'm done recording. But rat will work for now. I got the first name, I think, or maybe that was her last name. Ratotile, whatever, however you say it. It was like Anthea or something, but now I can't remember. I said it. I already forgot. Way more accepting of her than... I mean, I guess he had the letter, but... Way more accepting of her than poor Sign. These are crazy. Have we seen them using these before? There isn't a third. They having babies. She's gonna experiment on these things. Damn, alright. Now for me, just slapping slave crest on all these women. Oh. Oh, it's a dragon egg. It's a yep. That'd be a hell of an ally. Oh yeah, Philo was like the most aggressive against the dragon, right? When they fought it before. Oh. Well, damn. We're getting ourselves a little monster farm. Oh, that is a very big egg. I didn't realize it was that big. Shit. Why don't you make that girl do it? Windia. Interesting. Side right katana. Looks cool. She copied it kind of like his shields. Yeah, so she straight up is just the katana hero now. Oh. Wonder how his blacksmith apprentice is. Is it hard to sleep on your back with a tail? Would it hurt? I mean, clearly not, but... No. Is she the one that the king recognizes? Trash. The former king, I should say. I'm really glad these characters turned out to be, like, cool. I was really worried Full was gonna be, like... That was a little weird, wasn't it? Oh. Is that why she had her little heh? Because she's like, oh, I'm gonna go sneak into his bed. Alright, well. Again? Okay, so she knows. Oh no. Well. His harem grows. Ever bigger every season. I do appreciate that they don't sure, he has a bunch of women around him, it's true, and everything, but he doesn't, over-sexualize or freak out or do a lot of the different cliches. I'll talk more in the discussion about it. Interesting. She's always hungry. Dole. Adorbs. Eclair. Pretty girl, so close. Whoop. She's got herself a whole thing. Count. Huh. That's crazy. That's what progress is, though. Uh-oh. There be dragons. Oh. I need to rewatch Black Sails for like the 80th time. Oh, it's like a Pokemon. Ugh. Oh, we're loyal. Okay, it's probably good. Interesting. His shield, didn't seem like it liked the eggshell. I wonder if it's because of the other dragon he put in his shield. Alright. Pet dragons. What could go wrong? It's a giraffe person. Oh! So quick! Its wings are so tiny compared to its body, and it can fly. How does this creature work? Oh. Does it want attention from Naofumi, maybe? Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Just gotta be careful. Gotta teach it that that's bad. Don't want to be hitting friendlies. Probably didn't mean to, but... Uh-oh, Philo. I feel like they'll learn to love each other. Uh-oh. Is this a trap setup or something? Is it the dragon? Its belly looks big. I mean, Naofumi was the one that kept it warm, right? So maybe it thinks Naofumi's its... Yeah. She can understand it? Yes, let's have it kill Atla before she gets into bed with Naofumi. I'm just kidding. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Well, that's ominous. You should probably keep that away. Yep. That's not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Emperor Dragon time. Well, that's not good at all. Oh, the red went away. Super CG, but it is what it is. That's not good. Did the core like take him over or something? Alright, that's the end of the episode, damn. I guess we got ourselves a little and obviously this is spanning multiple episodes too, so I mean, assuming they're gonna go after him, but yeah, I mean, that came from that evil dragon, you know, so maybe some of its essence, kind of like the stuff that Naofumi put in his shield that was trying to influence Naofumi, maybe that stone also has some influence over, you know, Gaelion because of how he consumed it and everything. Huh. We got a new character. They came out of nowhere. Rat. She's interesting. Not super trustworthy because she's like, oh, I'm gonna experiment on Philo, you know, kind of worrisome, but seems like she's here to help, I guess. I think she was mainly just kind of like teasing. I think. I hope. But we'll see. We accepted her pretty quickly, and then she just was kind of around, you know? So, that's that. But yeah. It was a pretty simple episode, really. It was just kind of like a little like village episode with the dragon egg and catching up on what's going on and stuff like that around the village and all that. That's it, by the way, for episode 7. Um, but yeah, I mean, other than Rat showing up and then having this dragon egg and stuff, really, like, it was just kind of chilling around the village. So I don't know how much of a discussion I'm going to be able to have here. But I will talk a little bit about what I started to talk about during the episode of, like, the harem cliches in anime. Like, usually there are a bunch of female characters fawning over the male character, but usually the male character is a little more, like, um, what is it? I don't know how to word it. Like, innocently flirty, kind of. Not really flirty, though, but just gets, like, really nervous when they get, like, too close and stuff like that. So, like, for example, if Naofumi woke up and, you know, he had Atla in his bed like that, the main character would have then freaked out and be like, oh, why is she sleeping in my bed? What's going on? You know? But Naofumi's just like, I mean, granted, maybe he was the first time it happened, but he's like, Atla, you're doing it again, you know? So he's kind of just, like, over it at this point, but I do like that he has this ever-growing cast of characters that do care about him, you know? Like, I don't know. Obviously, Atla wants to be close to Naofumi because she wants to be his shield. I don't know if there's, like, that childish, like, attraction kind of thing there at all. Kind of like how, was it this show? Kind of like Philo, right? Philo kind of has that thing where she wants to be close to him and kind of like pushes, or like early on, Raftalia and Philo had like little stats over, you know, who gets to spend more time with Naofumi. But I definitely feel like Raftalia has like a romantic feeling towards Naofumi, but I don't even know that Philo understands romance. I think she's just kind of like likes being around him because of who he is, kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, I guess there was one weird line a few seasons ago where Philo said something that was like really kind of creepy based off the fact that she looks so young and everything. And I'm pretty she is young, right? Like Naofumi hatched her from an egg, so she's fairly young in that regard too. But it's really hard to gauge maturity in this show too, because you know some of these demi-humans live for a long time but still look the same age, right? Like, for example, Keel was in the village back when it was just a demi-human village, like before Naofumi, before it got destroyed, before the wave, with Raftalia. They were both around the same age, but now look at Raftalia's, like, body's maturity versus Keel, who has been around just as long, so he's roughly the same age as Raftalia if you're going, like, number of years past-wise, but obviously Raftalia has matured a lot more than he has. So it's like it's really weird to gauge that in this show, but yeah, I do still feel like, you know, I judge based off appearance a lot of the time. So obviously, I don't want any weird stuff between like Philo and Naofumi, like any kind of like romance stuff, or even Atla and Naofumi, just because it's, you know, a little creepy. So I'm actually really glad that Naofumi seems like super disinterested in it all, you know? And he always has. Even Raftalia, like, he seems disinterested in everything. It's just, for one, he raised Raftalia from being a young kid, so obviously he's gonna still see her as that young kid. He doesn't see her as the more grown-up woman that she is, right? But then, you know, same with pretty much everyone else that's come into his life. Like, he hasn't really had that, like, freak out moment. Like, he just kind of just like, yeah, whatever, alright, you know, when they're like trying to flirt with him and stuff like that. So I really appreciate it because it gives a breath of fresh air, whereas a lot of shows I feel like the characters all act roughly the same when it comes to women, just like that childlike, naive, like, just scared, embarrassed to be around them kind of thing. So I appreciate it, I do. But But yeah, having this dragon is an interesting storyline. I hope we can help it and get it back to normal and have it back on our side. I hope we don't have to kill it. That would be very disappointing. But having a good dragon on our side could be, I feel like, a very good help. Like, I mean, dragons, I imagine, are powerful. Now, this lady casually said that she can make a different monster that's stronger than a dragon, kind of thing. So I don't know what the difference of power is between, like, dragons and some of the other creatures in the world, but I feel like it's going to be decently tough, I hope. So, granted, at the same time, I don't hope, because now they might have to fight it to try to save him, kind of thing. So, we'll see. But hopefully we'll be able to save him, have him back on our side, and then see him fucking shit up in some of the waves, or fighting the Phoenix, or whatever happens next. We are 2 months away from the Phoenix, they did say. So that's definitely an exciting thing. I wonder if we're going to have the Phoenix this season. I imagine we will, right? I imagine we're going to take care of the dragon thing next episode. That'll be episode 8, and then we have 9, 10, 11, and 12. Like, and we can start, like, prepping for the Phoenix, and then have, like, the Phoenix fight, which could span an episode or two, and then have, like, an episode of, you know, just wrap up for the season kind of thing. But I'm intrigued. I'm excited for the Phoenix fight. It's been fun in terms of, like, I'm a big fan of, like, city builder kind of progression and stuff like that. So I do kind of enjoy seeing, like, Naofumi's little town, like, grow and expand. Like, Raftali even said, like, you know, she barely even recognizes it anymore, kind of thing. I'm, like, a big fan of, like, seeing that progress of them going from just, like, a few little buildings down there to what they've accomplished, and to continue to watch what they accomplish. It's what I wish a lot more shows would do, so I do enjoy stuff like this. Now, obviously, I do like having some kind of, you know, stuff. Like, I couldn't watch a whole show that's just about them, like, building this town with no conflict or anything, right? So I like the idea of, like, the Phoenix coming and everything, but stopping every now and then to take a breather of an episode and see, like, how things are going on around his town is just really neat. That's, like, I really love, like, post-apocalypse shows and stuff like that, where we get to see them, like, slowly rebuilding civilization. I think that's really cool, and I'd love to see, like, time passing and see a post-apocalypse show handle that, where they're, like, slowly getting, like, electricity grids back online, and slowly getting their, like, technology back and everything. Like, I really think it's, like, a neat concept. It's one of those things that I've always wanted. I'm actually rewatching through the 100, because there were 3 seasons I hadn't seen yet, and there's a lot of times where I wish we got to see more of that in the 100, where we got to see them, like, more, like, rebuilding civilization rather than just going from one catastrophe to another kind of thing. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't really have much more to say. This was a good episode. I enjoyed it. It was very chill and relaxed. It went by pretty quickly. I had fun with it. I feel bad for Gaelion just wanting to hang out with Naofumi, because obviously Naofumi is the one that carried him around and everything, and maybe he realizes that and thinks of Naofumi kind of as his mom, right? And wanted that connection to him, yet, you know, Naofumi just kind of kept ignoring him and letting Windia handle it, right? So, anyways, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. Link is in the description below, or it should be popping up on the screen. And you get more content on there. Supports me and what I do here. Very much appreciate it. And that'll be it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.